Someone save me!
Yo, what's up, Super Saiyan? Super fast
Be
today.
careful too, okay?
Not even 50 seconds. What's up?
Flying Nimbus!
Oh, good, homie. It's all good. I try to ting, you know? Hopefully, tonight's better.
You have my thanks.
You found a power key. Go slot it. Great. You know what to do with that key. Welcome. Thank you. I'm an angel, you see. And you can call me by my name. Cell. That's a new power key. Place it now.
Yeah, I have no idea, brother. I don't know how this YouTube stuff works. I thought I could show it even though it was just for a few minutes, but it still got me. AI's on some futuristic shit.
Flying Nimbus!
Yo, what's up, Mac?
Lie down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Super fast as well.
Get out here right now!
Hey, great. You found another power key. Use it quick.
I don't know where this DP is. That's camping the body. Yeah, we're not making that.
Great. You know what to do with that key.
Yeah, they just took the stream down and gave me a copyright. but it didn't affect my channel. I just deleted the copyright parts.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Not looking too good right now.
Access the startup system from the central area. Just a little more to go, then you're done. Holy hell. Holy hell.
Let's go Super Saiyan. Do your thing, homie.
Here comes the pain. Let's go. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them. Holy hell.
Supplies.
That's a bit much.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
I need a soda.
Flying Nimbus! Oh, what's... Where did all that fire go? Oh, man.
Holy hell.
Here comes the pain!
Choice.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger.
Super Cell Juniors, bro. Need someone on a time machine, bro.
If you intend to rescue them,
This guy's
watch out for
KO'd.
enemies.
We only have 2 people left.
Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. The startup system's under attack. So tread carefully. When it gets closer, an ally needs your help. We don't know
Man, these
what
Cell
danger
Juniors are
awaits.
annoying.
Think before rushing in. The startup system is under attack.
I'm gonna put on some Dragon Ball Kakume. I think that's how you pronounce it.
This is the beginning of a battle that will stain the very fabric of reality, but this story takes place even after a battle that tested Goku and Vegeta like none other. A battle against their own Saiyan brethren, Broly. These two went on to fuse together to create one of the strongest warriors the universe had ever seen. However, Goku's pureness.
Yo, what's up, Goku Black? I can give you the room key.
Ending the battle in blood, the two somewhat befriended one another, leading Broly
you want to join right now?
headed towards Goku as a powerful bond was born. However, even while this was taking place and everything seemed to kind of remain calm in Universe 7, there was a growing disturbance stemming from events not too long removed. 17 stands with his family, looking off into the sunset, unknowing of the consequences of his good-hearted actions. Over on planet Sadala in Universe 6, we see Kale and Caulifla busily training as Caulifla begs Champa to teach her some new secret techniques of the gods. As she continues to ramble on, something catches Champa's attention though, as
Goku Black, you're Broly now? Is that you as Broly? Last time your name was Gohan, so I don't know.
all of a sudden, the ground begins to rumble as they all suspect maybe an earthquake. Why is Beerus in this universe? Champa says, as he suspects the commotion coming from him after sensing his presence for a quick second.
Can I get a W, guys?
Caulifla, of course, however, is taking this as some form of training or challenge as she gets fired up immediately. Simultaneously over in Universe 11, we see Toppo kneeling before Lord Velmod as he entered the Palace of the Destroyer, but suddenly the same rumbling earthquake is felt here, instantly alerting both Toppo and Velmod as they sense Goku briefly with his power shattering a kettle on the table. Oh, it's as if they're really close to us, Makurita says, chuckling. Earth in Universe 7, however, seems to be seeing the brunt of this collateral damage. Within the city, we see Krillin trying his best to mitigate the damage and keep as many civilians as safe as possible, but in his heart, he doesn't agree with how far this has gone as he thinks to Goku, hasn't your frenzied quest for power gone too far this time? Goku has reached the final test in his quest for divine power though, and his will is stronger than ever. Amongst the skies, the battle that Goku finds himself in today is one on a multiversal level. One that will cause him more pain that's ever been inflicted on him before, and one that'll push him to a level that mortals and gods alike thought not possible. Goku's awesome power can be felt across the multiverse as he trembles planets across the galaxies. Beerus too, however, is sending quakes through time and space, countering Goku with equal force.
Right now we're in the lobby just waiting for the next
Back on
match to
Beerus'
begin.
planet,
5 out
Whis
of 8
can
players
sense
so far.
something growing. Something beginning to become amiss. All of a sudden, a ring comes through his staff. As he answers, he sees it's the Supreme Kai and the Elder Kai. "Oh, hello, Sir Whis," the Supreme Kai says. "I'm deeply sorry for my impropriety, but the universe is shaking. Moreover," he goes on, "I feel Son Goku and Lord Beerus' auras are going berserk. May I ask for an explanation on what's currently happening?" Whis begins to chuckle as he answers that this is the culmination of the training of Son Goku, as we see Goku's Ultra Instinct reaching levels never before seen, as even he himself is surprised at his own strength. Beerus tests him immediately though, sending a frightening beam right past his face with a devastating punch, but Goku returns one as well, as both impacts devastate the planets behind them, slicing them in two. These two have gone completely nuclear, as one swipe from either completely destroys planets anywhere near them. Goku ducks under him and then attempts to swing again, but Beerus dodges. He kicks Goku in the back of the neck, completely decking him and blanking his eyes briefly. Goku is able to rebound, however, and begins to fly away to create distance temporarily as he fires Ki Blast back at Beerus. This is when Beerus reflects them using some strange technique, and this catches Goku off guard, who was still leading Beerus on this chase, as his own blast closes in on him and a massive explosion is caused before Beerus. Through the smoke, however, it seems like the attacks did next to nothing to Goku, as he clears his vision to Beerus' surprise. However, in an instant, Goku is behind Beerus, and as soon as he's aware of the incoming, Goku releases a devastating attack at point blank. The artwork on this attack is legendary, as Ultra Instinct Goku's attack completely obliterates everything in front of it, shattering a moon in front of them as Beerus is nowhere to be seen. This is when we see Beerus being absolutely blown away, flying into another planet, going directly through it and slicing off the top half of another planet as well as he soars through it. In an instant, at a speed untraceable though, Beerus has grabbed Goku by his face and instantly appeared before him again. As Beerus reels back and prepares his own attack, we've never really seen him this ferocious before, as he attempts to shove a Hakai right in Goku's face. As he attempts to erase Goku from the face of existence, he comes up empty as Goku suddenly disappears.
I gotta give you guys the room key again.
Stop running away, Saiyan.
Hopefully it works this time. Goku Black, add it back. Back, add it back.
And Beerus yells as we see Goku taking off again, continuing the chase. It doesn't suit you. As the two continue their multiversal level battle, they land on a planet called Gia, scorching the fields. It seems Goku is trying to do his best to battle Beerus to the best of his abilities, of course, while also attempting to not really disturb life on too many planets, but a battle of this caliber is really impossible to control. Beerus continues to chase Goku as he grabs him by his foot and slings him with just absolutely all his might, guys, and this next shot is another one of those shots that is just out of this world. Slinging him with just power so fierce that it would have ripped the limbs off of any other being, and I just gotta stop and appreciate this artwork again, guys, as Beerus just absolutely slingshots Goku through space. As Goku rips through the solar system, the stream of power left by both of their auras casts a blinding light throughout the galaxy. Even in this divine form of Ultra Instinct, Beerus' power was far too overwhelming for Goku as he fails to stop himself from flying through space at thunderous speeds. He eventually goes crashing towards a planet called Taco Taco, a planet lush with life and inhabitants below. This is when one of the beings begins to notice a light quickly getting larger and larger above them as Goku crashes into the city. The force at which Goku crashes into this planet is so devastating that not only is the damage done to everything nearby absurd as a crater is formed, but Goku himself is lodged into the planet as his body shatters and becomes cemented in the planet's crust. As steam comes from everything around the crater, including Goku, the light finally dies out and we can see him fading in and out of consciousness, being severely overpowered by Beerus this time. As long as he stays here, however, this planet is in danger as Beerus has no intentions of stopping their fight here. Above planet Taco Taco, Beerus is preparing an attack at a scale of which will erase anything it comes in contact with, as a massive supernova attack forms overhead on his fingertip. Beerus' attack casts a light over the planet similar to the sun, but this attack will permanently wipe the light from this planet if it hits. This is when Goku begins to regain consciousness and he coughs up blood as he's still lodged in the planet's mantle, but he does begin to move slightly. Noticing what's about to happen, Goku courageously rips himself from the crater and commands the child that was near him when he crashed to get out of here now as he begins to take on that same vicious form of Ultra Instinct again. As he and Beerus make eye contact, Goku meets him outside of the planet's atmosphere to face him head on. Why are you putting a whole species in danger, Lord Beerus? Goku thinks to himself as he attempts to get away from the planet. This is when he looks down and makes a shocking discovery, however, as he feels something tugging at his leg. When he looks down, he sees the child from before who's grabbed onto his leg as he flew off into space. Get ready, Beerus says, as he has no regard for any life that gets in their way. Goku lands on a rocky surface, having to think pretty fast now that this other life is in his hands as well, but his options are now far more limited. Beerus releases his attack, the blinding light instantly consuming both Goku and the child below, as the face of absolute terror can be seen from Goku as a sphere of destruction engulfs them both. Beerus' attack outsizes the structure Goku landed on dozens of times over, similar to a pebble next to a basketball, as pure destructive intent can be felt across the multiverse. Even back on Beerus' planet, the Oracle Fish begins to worry, saying that these both are really astonishing.
Over 10 minutes.
Whis, however, has a really bad feeling about things and considers joining them briefly. The Oracle Fish, who's now fallen asleep, however, begins to murmur omens again as he mentions the universes and consequences that will arise. Might this somehow be linked to their current fight, Whis thinks? Back on Earth, things seem to be finally calming down as the battle between the two behemoth gods subsides. Both Gohan and Piccolo can sense something amiss, however, as Piccolo comments that it seems Goku has come to terms with his power finally. Your father should be returning soon enough, Gohan. Speaking of training, Gohan says, soon, I'll get back to it too. We never know what may happen.
Once you just get a few wins, you level up pretty fast.
Piccolo appreciates the will to defend and protect again, but also knows how serious Gohan is about his other responsibilities, to which Gohan vows that he will find a compromise. Over on planet Paishin, a planet with gravity 2,000 times that of the Earth, we see Vegeta flying at blinding speeds, destroying mountains and toppling cliffs along the way. Damn it, I'm plateauing, Vegeta says as he comes to a halting stop on the ground. All of these training methods are becoming completely useless. Moments earlier, however, as all of this was simultaneously happening, on the debris remaining from planet Taco Taco's moon, we see one of the most devastating images I think has ever been related to Dragon Ball. Goku, beaten beyond belief, has taken on the wrath of Beerus' attack as the very skin on his back and legs has been burned off, revealing nothing but the muscles and tendons below as he shields the young child from certain destruction.
If anything, just try to
Where
get the Dragon
Beerus
Balls.
Goku
That helps a lot too. The medals.
angrily, in pain, and feeling pushed far past the brink at this point. Without my help, he goes on, a whole civilization would have been extinguished by your hand, he says, crying. Guess I'm just doing my job as a god of destruction, Beerus says nonchalantly, as Goku seems to almost black out now, whether it be from his words or a combination of both pain and anger. Goku tells the young child to not worry and don't be afraid because everything's going to be alright, as Goku has used the remainder of his energy as a shielding aura for the young boy, but eventually, he loses consciousness. Never has a mortal offered me such a fight, Beerus admits. Even within the gods, rare are those who force me to use such power. However, warrior, you've reached your limits, he says, as Whis shows up beside him now. Goku just doesn't seem to be done though, as his psyche begins running wild as he attempts to find solitude deep within himself and channel a power never before thought possible. Whoa, water? Just when I was getting thirsty, he thinks to himself, as his mind flows endlessly now. But what is this place actually? It's so nice. Guys. Vegeta, aren't you with the others? You're completely useless, Kakarot. Hey, calm down. Wake up, Son Goku. Baba, where'd you come from? This is when Goku finally is able to regain consciousness, however, but what happens next is stunning. As he gets to his feet, his wounds still glaring, a mystical aura begins surrounding him as his Ultra Instinct form returns, but this time something is different. Goku, within the blink of an eye, returns the child to planet Taco Taco's surface, and we can see that he seems to even be overcoming his severe injuries. He flies past both Beerus and Whis to the absolute shock of Beerus as he leads them away from the planet again. This is when Goku flies beneath another large moon nearby and begins to lift it.
I don't know what's going on tonight, bro.
Extreme amounts of energy begin to leave his body, leading to what I can only describe as the planets aligning with his aura, as his next attack is about to take Dragon Ball to a completely different level. As Goku prepares a punch, moons and planets alike gather in the shape of a serpent as the very dynamic of space begins to shift around his attack. Goku prepares to release a celestial dragon fist as even Beerus seems worried about this oncoming attack. All of a sudden, an aggressive black lightning surrounds Goku's attack as he notices something has just changed here. This is when a hand comes crushing down on Goku's shoulder to his surprise, and behind him, we can see Beerus has transformed, but not just any transformation. He's transformed into something you would only expect to see in a nightmare, as a true destroyer now stands before him. Be proud, Son Goku, he says. I can barely remember the last time I combined these two powers. As Goku peers back at him, he instantly separates himself from Beerus' grip, appearing behind him on another boulder. Useless, Beerus says. You're as fast as a turtle to me now, he chuckles, having never lost sight of Goku. Goku begins preparing a Kamehameha now as he gets into his stance, and this next shot is just legit breathtaking, as Goku prepares what almost looks like something akin to a Rasen Shuriken Kamehameha, with a silhouette mirroring his entire being in the attack. Wow, they really are pushing it, Whis says. Ultra Instinct combined with his destructive form, Lord Beerus does recognize Goku as a powerful warrior. Just when my body was getting rusty, Beerus says, getting excited about this next attack from Goku. And then, Goku goes to release his attack. But before he's able to do it, searing pain shoots all throughout his body as his energy depletes instantly and he returns to his base form. To both Whis and Beerus' surprise, Goku is finally spent. This devastating rematch with Beerus has finally taken its toll on the
guys, you know what to do. Find the Dragon Balls, plant the keys fast as possible.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Someone help me.
That.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
Done.
Someone help. Thanks.
Flying Nimbus!
Great. You know what to do with that key.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna search E for a bit.
Flying Nimbus!
Hey, great.
Oh, it's on the D
We
key.
found another power key. Use it quick. That's a new power key. Place it now.
Flying Nimbus!
Damn.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Welcome. Thank you.
Ah, fuck. That means far down there.
Flying Nimbus!
I see the key.
Hey, Green, you found another power key. Use it quick.
Sacrifice.
Prepare yourselves!
You guys better go on the machine.
How much time do you intend to wait?
We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Biggie.
I'll
Flying
send some
Nimbus!
supplies to help. Make good use of them. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. Get up!
I owe you.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. Ally down.
Get up! I owe you one.
Rescue them. Watch out for enemies.
Oh man. Get up! I owe you one. Flying Nimbus! Stay calm. Stay calm.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
This is a bad time for a nap.
Ally down. You intend to rescue them. Watch out for enemies.
Stay calm.
The startup system is
calm.
under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it?
You bastard!
This is bad. Somebody's down.
Damn.
Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer. This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise
Fortunately, we
extreme
couldn't summon the
caution if
dragon.
you're going to help them. The startup system's destroyed. The escape time machine's almost prepped. You need to head for the beacon that's indicated by a blue light. I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to...
Oh, next match. Who's doing better?
You're no match for me.
It was close.
Saiyan warrior, but the amount of progression and with the way he pushed Lord Beerus, will be unforgettable. As Goku falls unconsciously through the endless vacuum of space, both Whis and Beerus have to admit how impressive Goku was. Whis still mentioning how hard Ultra Instinct is to control, and Beerus finally realizing all the damage they did across the multiverse, including to his own planet. In the beginning of this chapter of Dragon Ball Kakumi, Goku proved his worth against one of the strongest beings in existence, pushing Beerus further than we've ever seen him push before, but this is just the beginning. Peace may seem to be returning to...
I don't know what's going on with these servers, bro. Guys, come back.
Usual in the world of the Z-Fighters now, but the Oracle Fish's warning still ring in the ears of Whis, as a devastating secret will soon come to light. One that the gods may not even be able to contain themselves. The aftermath of a battle as brutal as Goku and Beerus's is about what you would expect, but things have finally begun to calm down as we find ourselves on the Supreme Kai's planet. All of a sudden, Beerus and Whis appear as Beerus irks him about repairing his planet, bullying the Supreme Kai as usual. As they travel back to the remains of Beerus's planet, the Supreme Kai is stunned at how little there is left to even try to repair. After seeing this, the Supreme Kai tells him that repairing an entire planet in this shape will probably take a bit longer than expected, but Beerus has no objection to that as they need to return Goku home anyway, so they take their leave. Where we find ourselves next will change the very course of reality, as a meeting is currently taking place at none other than the Grand Priest's palace. Inside sits the Grand Priest, accompanied by the majority of the other angels and Hakaishin outside of Beerus and Whis, who are currently still in the 7th. "Thank you all for your presence," the Grand Priest says finally, breaking the silence. "You may already know why you're here, but there's a bit of information that you all are still missing. Before we get to that," he goes on, "not a single word must leave this place. If the Omni Kings were aware, heavy sanctions would be issued. As you might already know, Lapis, or 17 as we know him, the Earthling from Universe 7 wished to restore the universes that disappeared during the tournament. The problem here is that it also restored the 7 universes that were in the void for eternity." "Wait, 7, Campari says. "Weren't there only 18 universes originally?" "Not exactly," the Grand Priest admits. "I never mentioned it to any of you. But there was a 19th universe, also called Universe 0. "Why hide this from us, Father?" Kusu asks, as silence and disappointment befalls the room. "I couldn't do otherwise," the Grand Priest says, to which the group begins to try and understand that maybe he made this decision in case there was a traitor amongst them unknowingly, waiting for the right moment. "Oh, I should have known," a sinister voice says from behind the angels, a voice so cold that even the Grand Priest looks as if he's seen a ghost. This is when a menacing woman who resembles the angels walks through the room as she tells them, "The one you all refer to as Father is nothing more than a coward, afraid to face his own past." "Just who do you think you are to judge Father?" Mojito says angrily, before Makarita reminds him that even though this is inexcusable, they must always remain neutral. "Kneel down," the woman commands them. "Do you not realize how ignorant you are? I never abandoned you. Let me tell you about this imposter's past," she goes on, as the Grand Priest's secret is soon to be exposed. Only moments before this fateful meeting, back on Beerus' planet, it seems that Goku is beginning to recover a bit as Whis warns him that their battle had gone a bit too far this
7
time.
out of 8 players waiting for a one
Goku apologizes, telling Whis that he was just so obsessed with the possibility of finally defeating Lord Beerus that he honestly got carried away. Defeating me, Beerus says, smirking, maintaining full confidence even though Goku collapsed before they could finish their battle. Whis tells Goku it's time to finish healing him and to stand up, but Goku asks if it's possible to keep one of the scars on his back, as he says that he'll only remove it when he's able to inflict something like that on Lord Beerus. Whis chuckles as the staff begins to illuminate, and in an instant, Goku is as good as new again. Whoa, that's as strong as sensu beans, Goku says, commenting on how useful Whis' powers will be in battle. He asks Goku what he plans to do now, to which Goku says he really has no clue, but to be honest, he does still need to master this power of his. I didn't think there was a greater power than Ultra Instinct, Goku admits. And yet, I couldn't beat Jiren or Lord Beerus, he says, dwelling on the progress he still has to make. Other than that, he says though, I think I'll go back to my wife and children. Chi-Chi must be worried sick. As the two take their leave, with Whis returning Goku to Earth, this is when Goku comments that, by the way, Whis never mentioned what he planned to do now as well, as he notices Whis' demeanor has oddly been cold recently, as if something worries him. I have to go check on something, Whis admits. I have a bad feeling. What could be causing you of all people to be worried, Goku asks, as Whis tells him that he feels a new presence. A tremendous force concentrated in one point that wasn't there before, he says. Goku's face turns dead serious now as he takes his hand off Whis' back and now places it on his shoulder, telling him that he'll go handle it. Remove your hand, Whis warns him, as Goku's destination is Earth and nothing more right now. Goku refuses, however, as Whis, once more, this time with a face more menacing than we've ever seen before from him, tells him to remove his hand. Goku's aura begins to erupt, almost as if telling Whis he is just about as serious as he is. Whis turns back around and tells Goku that it isn't his job to handle the problems of the multiverse. As if it were the first time, Goku replies to him, of course it's my job.
Goku's ready.
Trust me, Whis. Alright, Whis says after a short pause. But I'm unable to come with you. The Grand Priest has just summoned me. If you need me, all you have to do is press this button, he says, making Goku a similar buzzer to the one the Omni Kings gave him. Thank you, Whis, he says, taking the item. If you want my opinion, Whis says, smirking, this is clearly not reasonable at all. I won't disappoint you, Whis, Goku says, as the two suddenly change course and head for the side of the disturbance.
About less than a minute.
Here we
Or
Whis begins, but they're both shocked and left speechless at what they come across.
level 12.
What in
Vegeta.
What is this? Goku asks, as the Angel Immortals stand before the Alpha and Omega Force, the universe that houses power and secrets known seldom. Universe Zero. Back at the Grand Priest's palace, he and his angel children stand face to face with a woman intruder who came in slandering their father. I never abandoned you, the woman says to them again. Let me tell you about this imposter's past. He provoked a genocide and believed himself at the level of the Omni King, she goes on. Enough, the Grand Priest shouts. Stand, he says to the angels. This is the first time I've ever seen the Grand Priest so serious, as this woman must pose a serious threat to have him like this. The Grand Priest lets off a devastating shockwave of power as the angels begin to ask for an explanation on this woman's accusations of him. Who is this angel-looking woman, Whis says. She is indeed an angel, the Grand Priest admits.
Really know how to piss me off!
guys. You know what to do.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
You have my thanks. Flying Nimbus!
Thank you very much.
An ally
Damn,
needs your
dude.
help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. You found a power key. Go slot it.
Getting caught by the Cybermen and baby's the worst. Johnny B figures.
Flying Nimbus!
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Oh man. Stay calm. Stay calm. You're done! Ah! Holy hell.
Woo! I got him!
Holy hell.
That's a new power key. Place it
Flying
now.
Nimbus! Bastard!
Come on, dog. Not the Cybermen.
Great! You know what to do with that key.
Watch out for the Cybermen.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think
Keep
before
you guys
rushing in.
dead.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
You all right?
Thanks.
Rip us up, planted the Cybermen, and then came back when it activated. Basically camped our body.
Flying Nimbus!
Finish Buster! You serious?
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Oh.
Nap up, that's enough! I'll take
Startup
care of
system
them.
for the super time machine is ready. Enter now. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Bro, the guy kept planting Cybermen everywhere.
The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it? The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer.
You okay? I owe you. I owe you one. You serious?
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Heck is this guy doing?
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Oh, incredible now.
Body cam heavily, bro. Alright, Super Saiyan. Damn.
Say goodbye. Burst open and mix. Holy hell.
Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there.
Better luck next game, guys.
And she's not completely lying to you. The 19th universe of which I spoke, he says, was a particularly united and powerful realm. It released a monstrous strength and threatened the balance established by the Omni King. Something had to be done quickly, and so without the king knowing about it. Act quickly, she shrieks with a terrifying chuckle. Her entire demeanor becomes more menacing. Expanding space and time may be a brief action for you, she says, but it's not exactly what I'd call dying fast. To feel time tear apart the bodies of innocent people per billions? It may have only lasted a single second for you, but for us, it was tens of billions of years, dear priest. As I did not have the power of the kings, I have, as I said, not found another alternative to Grand Priest admits.
Got
This
lucky.
sends a shock throughout the angels, hearing their father admit to this, but
he got me
we must
then, so-
remain neutral at all costs. Do you
But
hear
a death
that?
ball
The
does a
woman
lot of
says.
damage.
Your father found it wiser to cover up his barbaric act than to simply be honest with the king. But don't blame the Grand Priest, she says. None of this is his fault, nor that of the Omni King. All across the multiverse, the gods begin to recognize a familiar but mysterious presence in the upper realm, as numerous forces can now be felt in the palace that weren't exposed prior. What we really blame is the system they set up that forced your father to act. This is when numerous beings start to descend in the Grand Priest's palace, but not just any beings. In the next panel, what we see next is what can only be explained as a true dissension in the darkness,
Yeah,
as
someone got
numerous
KO'd by,
angels
the
show
Cybermen.
themselves for the very first time. Oh, what irony. It's very funny, they begin. What a strange feeling returning to this place, another one says. They are gods and angels of the destroyed universe, as Whis says, as they all look on in awe. Still sharp as a tack, Whis, one of his distant brothers says to him. Hope you didn't miss us all too much. Behave yourselves and bow down. These are the gods and angels returned thanks to the Super Dragon Balls. Balkan, god of destruction of Universe 13, accompanied by the angel Galleon. Dromo, god of destruction of Universe 14, accompanied by Xeres. Vilspring, god of Universe 15, accompanied by the angel Milada. Magnic, god of Universe 16, accompanied by Rimtol. And next, two quite peculiar relationships as we get into the last two universes. Nysos, god of Universe 17, accompanied by the angel Olaros as he tells the enraged angel to stay calm. Wait, Whis, Vado says suddenly. Look over there as something catches her eye, to which Whis mentioned he noticed as well. The person who appears next as the god of Universe 18 is sure to change the landscape of the multiverse itself, as a sickening laugh echoes through the chambers. Good evening,
Frieza.
ladies and gentlemen. I've been looking forward to meeting you, Frieza says as he now appears in God of Destruction attire. I especially wanted to thank Whis in person, he says. This is the introduction of the God of Destruction of Universe 18, Frieza, along with his angel known as Twist. Do you see where this excessive neutrality leads you, Twist says to them. Frieza, Whis says, shocked. I think I understand what you're planning to do. I knew when I
as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch.
Where am I?
Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Be careful too, okay?
Hey, this girl up here.
Someone! Thanks.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
Flying Nimbus!
Good job, Goku Black.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
It's me!
That's a new power key. Place it now. Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
I searched everywhere. I can't find this damn key. Someone killed.
Where am I?
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think
Yeah, we're killed.
before rushing
Where
in.
am I? You be careful too, okay?
Flying Nimbus!
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Really, I thought you were gonna go save him.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. That's a new power key. Place it now.
Not good.
Head up! Change! Flying Nimbus!
I sent you a super transfer. Use it to hold the enemy back. Great. You know what to do with that key. Oh no! The super transfer was stolen. I'll get another one out right away. Just keep it together until
Tired of
then.
this game, bro. I'm so sick of this game.
breathe your last!
KO, bro.
Don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. Hurry up and die. You breathe your last. You're done. Hame. How do you like this? Holy hell. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Alright, hopefully we do better next game. He destroyed 3 areas real fast. We only set 1 key. We only set what? The E key? He destroyed A, B, and C pretty fast.
He says, walking up to Frieza, that you wouldn't have stayed to do nothing. But to go that far, he says. Do not underestimate me, Frieza says to Whis. This is but a foretaste. Upon information from Zuno, Frieza says, recalling just how he came into this position and power, the commanders of my army informed me of the presence of new universes. It's surprising that Zeno had destroyed the 18th universe. The god of destruction was miserable. According to Twist, Frieza goes on, he disagreed with this universe's behavior. He obviously didn't have the makings of a revolutionary. This is when we're presented a flashback of the day Frieza approached the former god of destruction of Universe 18. He narrowly misses a fatal shot with his death beam, raising the god as Frieza laughs
Don't worry,
about
we'll do better
barely
next.
missing
We'll do
his
better
attack.
next match.
I beg your
Not that
pardon, the
serious.
god says, but Frieza instead keeps attacking him and easily overwhelms him. His impotence was actually a bit concerning, Frieza says. I still wonder how he managed to become a god of destruction. No matter, none of this concerns you, he says, tossing the defeated god to the side once again. I don't quite understand the point of having it come to this, Whis says, but anyway, you are right. That doesn't concern me. Do you regret my resurrection now? Frieza asks him, smirking, but Whis calmly tells him that Frieza has no idea of where he steps now. Well, it is all to your credit to take this risk, Frieza says to him. However, would you please tell me where Son Goku is? Son Goku, the Grand Priest says, surprised. What does he have to do with him? Father, Whis says quickly, I spotted the location of Universe Zero just before you summoned me. I agreed to let him scout it, but I lost contact and he's not using the button I gave him. I can't reach him or distinguish his presence in that condensed aura that forms in Universe Zero. Are you talking about the mortal who came in screaming like a donkey right in our headquarters, Nisus says? Don't worry, we welcome.
You guys, the key again. Goku Black, you still here?
him as it should be. Why are they keeping Son Goku in prison, the Grand Priest thinks to himself. Our power is far beyond his. It doesn't pose a threat to them. Does he have some sort of sensitive information? Don't be ignorant, she hisses. You know exactly why we use him. In the next panel, we see Goku shackled and in prison, God only knows where, as it looks like he's not only been bound and beaten, but possibly tortured as well. You cowards, Goku screams. Get back here. What do you want from me, he yells, but his voice falls on no ears besides his own, as he apologizes to Whis for failing him. But for Goku, the worst is yet to come, as a full-scale multiversal war seems to be in the making, as he's nowhere to be found. And without him, the casualties and the devastation in the near future will be unfathomable. What are your demands? The Grand Priest asks, ready to negotiate now. Magnik, God of Universe 16, speaks up as he says that the abolition of the divine hierarchy is what they seek. Also, the removal of that neutrality you're so obsessed with, he continues, as he smacks over the Grand Priest's throne with his tail. Kusu jumps forward to her father's aid, but the Grand Priest tells her to just stay calm. It's this mentality that blocks you, Spring, God of Universe 15, states. And it was this hierarchy during the tournament that erased the gods, but not the angels. Knowing all of this, how can you claim yourself a guiding figure, Spring says, coming face to face with the Grand Priest now, in an intense moment where time almost seems to freeze. No more games. It's time to make things happen, Ormel says. However, one thing still seems to be relatively certain. Although the vanquished gods and angels have returned with an agenda, the Grand Priest is still known as the strongest of them all, as he asks Ormel, what will he do? Or better yet, what can he even do, as the two stand face to face. This is when the mysterious mother of the angel steps forward again, in front of the Grand Priest, and she states that a war between deities on a multiversal scale is about to begin. The revolution starts now, she says. Every individual, mortal or not, will have to choose a side. Only one will remain. Let's fight for a new world with perfect balance, she says. This is when all of a sudden, the Grand Priest summons a mighty power, exerting more energy at one time than we've ever witnessed from him before, as we see something begin to happen to all of the formerly sealed deities. A fierce energy wave is exerted from the Grand Priest that shrouds the room, but in order to subdue so many divine beings, the Grand Priest's exertion is showing clear signs of toll on his body. As the room grows quiet, the Grand Priest collapses to the ground, nose bleeding and coughing up blood as well, after exerting so much for a single attack. Kusu runs over to him to check on him, as he tells her not to worry for now, as they have little time to act. The Grand Priest has frozen the other angels in time and space for now, as he says that they have to take them to Universe Zero immediately and freeze it in his turn. Just from seeing what this one act of freezing them did to his body, the cost of freezing them all and an entire universe may just destroy the Grand Priest as well, but they must prevent this war. Whis and Cocktail choose to go gather the Supreme Kais for help, as their combined powers alike may be enough as they arrive on the planet of the Supreme Kais. Cocktail greets them, and after the situation is summarized by Whis, asks if they're able to assist in any way. Kibito admits that this won't be an easy task for them, but with their combined powers, they will succeed. Back on Earth in Universe 7, a family dinner couldn't be more dramatic, as the entire Sun family and more are gathered, but Chi-Chi deep down knows that something is wrong with Goku. Videl takes notice of Chi-Chi retreating into the house,
so we're down a
catching
player.
her in the midst of tears as she promises Chi-Chi that Goku is just a little late like he always is, and everything is alright. This is Goku they're talking about, as Chi-Chi dries her tears, agreeing. As Gohan throws on his suit and tie, getting ready for dinner with his family, the disturbance hasn't yet made its way this far to cast a dark cloud on an innocent family gathering yet. As Gohan arrives, he also takes notice of his father's absence, grabbing a seat next to his wife and mother, noticing Chi-Chi's concern too. All of a sudden, it appears, as Gohan and Piccolo instantly turn their attention to something. Over in Universe 11 at this time, we see Jiren on planet Zarus, hunting a giant dinosaur as he easily subdues the creature with a net, taking him out fairly easily, until something massive grabs his attention as well. In Universe 6, on planet Geno,
Fortunately, we're down one player. It's not looking good already. Bro, the last couple of matches, I got a whole bunch of pre-mates on my Raider matches. I lost 2 Raider matches. Another person disconnected. Yo, Mac, let's just go kill. Let's just go get killed off, bro. I'm not even wasting my time with this.
Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Go find Broly, let him destroy us. Call it a day. Usually don't want to play like this, but it's ridiculous, bro. Bro, hurry up. You're wasting time, bro. I'm ready to go play the next match, dog. Fuck it. I'm just wasting time. We weren't gonna win this match anyway, so fuck it.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick. Great. You know what to do with that key.
I owe you one. Flying Nimbus!
I don't want to play, bro. This is so stupid. Like, just fucking kill me in the game.
Do not get in my way. You don't have X.
Yeah.
X.
Hit is scouring through a group of people at what seems to be some sort of gathering or party, where he is no doubt on the hunt for a target. As he meticulously makes his way towards his victim through the crowd, not a soul seems to notice such a discreet attack that Hit is known for, as he now makes his way out of the building. his job complete. However, confusion and worry soon overwhelm the room as Hit turns around too. And this is when he sees something that stops him in his tracks. On planet Sagala, nothing seems to be too out of the ordinary as we're taken to our next favorite Saiyans, with Kaba approaching Kale and Caulifla as they train. They greet Kaba asking what he's doing here all of a sudden, with Kaba saying that he was just passing by, but his words are cut short by the appearance of something unexplainable in the sky. What the heck are you talking about? Caulifla asks, as this is when Kaba points directly above them asking, what is that ball in the sky? Everyone listen to me, a voice echoes from the sky as all questions and talking cease immediately. I am the Grand Priest, the voice in the sky says, as we see in the sky, above all the planets, no matter what universe, a black sphere that seems to be multi-dimensional, allowing all verses to witness and communicate with the same being has appeared. I come to you all to bring you a direct order, he says. I address myself to all life forms present in this world. An evil angel rebelled against me, and I froze her for a period of 2 years, he says. A war between universes will start once this delay is over. Every single individual will have to be ready and choose a side, he continues, as whispers and murmurs of questions spark across every planet the Grand Priest speaks to. Oh boy, Caulifla says, as Jiren, Hit, and all of the others take notice of this as well. With so many different emotions running sky high in this
Hope we
moment,
find it soon, homie.
as fear, excitement, etc. all set in. On Earth, there is still one lingering, looming question that, without a doubt, is intertwined into all of this. As Vegeta appears at the dinner table after hearing all of this as well, the others assume that Goku may be with Vegeta. However, we see that that isn't the case now. With 2 years to train, gain knowledge of their opponents, and ultimately pick a side, Goku's absence may be a deciding factor in many pathways chosen, and until the student of the power of the angels returns, retrieving him may be an important part of foiling the mother of the angels' ultimate plan. So we have 2 years to get organized, Mama says, trying her best to assist in thinking up a plan. Yeah, and everyone has to set a goal and a role for themselves, Vegeta says as he gets dressed. By the way, he goes on, we need to find this Broly. He has huge potential. He can be very useful for something like this. Could you go and get him and his 2 friends, all green and all orange? To which Bulma replies that they do have names, but she knows who he means. For my part, I'll send Gohan, Goten, and Trunks to go see Whis. Deep in the mountains somewhere, this is when we see Piccolo meditating as he begins his training as well, but this is when someone approaches him as he senses a presence, asking, "May I help you?" In the next panel, Bulma is seen chastising Jocko for claiming to be too busy to help with a multiversal war, funnily enough. As Bulma continues her raging beration of Jocko, Vegeta picks up Bra, taking her outside as he says that when Bulma's angry, she's the greatest warrior of them all, completely unstoppable. As he takes the baby inside, a sleeping Bra is woken up by her mother's yelling as she begins to cry, Vegeta not being able to catch a break at all. Hey Vegeta, it looks like there's a lot going on inside, Gohan says, sitting at a table with Videl. Videl offers to take Bra for a bit, seeing the stressed look on Vegeta's face as he goes to sit down with Gohan next. Gohan, he says, what do you plan to do over these 2 years? Train? Study? Both, Gohan says, but this is when Vegeta says that if that's the case, then he has a proposition for him. How about training with Whis, Vegeta says to him.
Nah, I don't believe you, bro.
His last training
No
with him
way.
as well. Your little brother and Trunks have already told me they're in. I'm sorry, but I already have an idea of what I plan to do over these 2 years, Gohan replies. By the way, for Goten and Trunks, Dad told me about
That's
a
true,
kind
he's
of
sold, bro.
hyperbolic time chamber. Good idea, Vegeta says to him. I'll see with them. On your side, could you go see Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha?
A W's a W if
Do
you
you have
want
any
that.
idea of what they
I'm
can
over
do?
Broly.
To which
I'm so
Gohan
sick
gives
of
him a
Broly.
huge thumbs up after locating their energy
I'ma start
and
selling
takes
it.
off towards their direction next. As Gohan arrives before Krillin and 18, he asks where Tien and Yamcha are as well, with Krillin telling him that they're actually inside, luckily enough, as Gohan asks what kind of training they'll be doing over these 2 years too. All of a sudden, however, Gohan receives a call as he picks up and is surprised to hear back from Vegeta so quickly. Gohan, Vegeta begins without wasting a breath. I'm with Whis. He just told me Kakarot was inside Universe Zero when the Grand Priest froze it. Everyone is stunned by what Vegeta just said, as this would make it near impossible to save him now without releasing the other frozen beings early. Gohan, did you hear me? Vegeta yells as Gohan is still frozen with
The
shock.
sensus are rare to come by.
Don't pretend, Namek, a voice says from behind Piccolo. We believe in joining forces, a Namekian behind him says, as we then see another Namekian as well as the Supreme Kai have approached Piccolo now. Do you really think I can help you? Piccolo replies. We think that each of us has something to contribute, the other Namekian says. In that case, Piccolo replies, getting to his feet now. Alright, but before that, I have to go and do something. Over on planet Wampa in the meantime, a Capsule Corp ship is landing as Broly, Chile, and Limo come out to greet Bulma. Bulma, accompanied by Jocko, exits the ship as she approaches Broly first, seeing him for the very first time.
Well, just few more
Never
medals.
expecting him to be so much larger than the same she's used to seeing. So what do you
Maybe
want
two more-
from us?
Or
Chile
three
said
more
with
games you
jealousy.
played with.
Well, you all saw that black ball in the sky, right? Bulma begins. But this is when it's revealed that they just assumed they all had the same strange dream. A dream, Bulma says. But it wasn't one. It was the Grand Priest. Oh, I think I understand, Bulma says. You were certainly sleeping when the Grand Priest made his announcement. He must have found no other way to warn billions of sleeping beings. Wait, so it was real? Chile says, freaking out now. Does that mean there's an imminent war right now? All of a sudden, Bulma gets a ring as well as she picks up the phone to hear none other than Whis on the other end. Bulma, I have bad news, Whis says, as whatever he relates to Bulma freezes her in her tracks. Back at Krillin's house, Gohan is attempting to garner some kind of courage within them, as he says even without his father there, is still surely some role they all have. I already know which training would suit you all, he continues. Krillin, however, has been out of the fight for a while now, as he tells Gohan that this is a battle far beyond his comprehension, involving the most powerful deities in existence. I'd love to give you a big Goku-like speech, Krillin says, but I'm not that man. I agree with Krillin, Master Roshi says. I've been training for almost 350 years. I don't see how I can progress any further. I know this may not be the most noble way of thinking, Krillin says, but I belong here with my wife and daughter.
7 out of 8 players. Let's move one more.
This is when Gohan gets very serious, telling them that for years his father had been protecting them and giving his life to the weak without hesitation. If you want to stay here with your people, then do it, he says. But my father and billions and millions of other people are waiting for us and need our help. This seems to snap some sort of sense into Krillin, as Yamcha and Tien both agree that they don't really have family or anything like that, so they may as well fight. 18 then pulls Krillin to the side, bringing him into the kitchen so they can discuss in private, as she tells him that she knows he wants to put their well-being above all, but this isn't just about their lives. I know, Krillin says, but whatever choice you make, 18 says, cutting him off, I'll support you in any case. If you choose to fight, I'll fight. If you choose to stay, I'll stay. Vegeta in the meantime is gathering up Goten and Trunks, as Trunks is finding it super hard to say goodbye to his baby sister for 2 whole years, but he promises to be back as soon as possible. Alright, come on Trunks, Vegeta says, that's enough. Go on and get aboard the cube, Vegeta says as he takes Brawl away from him. Don't worry, Princess, Vegeta says as Goten and Trunks walk out. I'll be back, he promises. Thanks for taking care of her, Vegeta says as he hands the baby over to her grandfather, Dr. Briefs. Gohan and the others shouldn't take too long, he says as he and Trunks step inside the cube. Here we go, guys, Krillin says as he, Gohan, and the others go to get inside the cube as well. It seems Krillin has gone back to his warrior ways and has chosen to fight, asking 18 to stay behind with their daughter and Roshi. As they travel to Vegeta and the others, Whis is proud to see these warriors not backing down, as they will all have to take different journeys, but their goal is one: the safety and preservation of the universe as we know it, to protect those too weak to fight this battle for themselves, and to prove to themselves that even
He's gonna
without
cut it off.
Goku, Universe 7 is no pushover, as the warriors enter the cube and prepare for takeoff. Is everyone here now, Whis asks? So, what's the program? Let's start with Universe 9, Gohan says. Universe 9, Vegeta says, surprised. You have any idea in mind? Of course, Gohan replies. Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin. You will go see the trio of dangers, he says. I haven't contacted them, but I'm sure they'll accept.
No, he had
Trio
hair, but
of dangers? Seriously, Krillin
I think he cuts
says?
it.
Well, yeah, Gohan replies. They'd have made
Like right now,
mincemeat
he
of
has
Cell
hair.
and Majin Buu.
Is that not hair?
You mean the 3 foxes Tien told me about, Yamcha asked? To which Gohan replies,
You see
yeah.
Tien in the back, he's bald.
I'm not impressed at all by your dangerous trio of canines, he says proudly. I'd handle them all by myself. I advise you to not get too far ahead of yourself, Yamcha, Tien says, as Krillin and Gohan laugh as well. As Whis prepares for takeoff, the team says their last goodbyes to those on Earth, as the training of a lifetime is soon to begin, with their first destination being Universe 9. Why did Gohan get off here, Trunks asks, as the Saiyans continue their journey throughout the multiverse, going from destination to destination, as each has their own plans for training over these next 2 years. No idea, Goten replies. The next destination we see them arrive at is Planet Sadala in Universe 6, a planet filled with Saiyans, which is something Goten and Trunks have never experienced before, as Vegeta exits the cube first. Wait a minute. You're a Saiyan, one of the other Saiyans says, as he takes notice of how similar Vegeta looks to them. A Saiyan, Vegeta replies, as he appears behind him and chops him in the back of the neck. I'm your prince, you moron. If you're looking for a fight, you're in for a treat, jerk, another Saiyan says, as the crowd begins to step towards Vegeta. A one-armed man? A one-eyed man, Vegeta says? And an army of wimps that wouldn't be worth a power level of 1,000. Am I really going to stoop to this, he says arrogantly. Look, Goten, Trunks says as we see the 2 hybrid Saiyans still aboard the cube, having dropped off everyone else and looping back around to their final destination now. It's Beerus' planet, he says. It's smaller than I expected, Goten says, but who cares? It's so cool to have your own planet still.
I'm not gonna stream too late tonight. I gotta go to bed
Home,
soon.
He immediately gets to his feet to reject whoever is thinking about coming to disturb him for anything, as he immediately asks Whis, what's the meaning of this? Come on, Lord Beerus, Whis says. Please be indulgent. No, Beerus says. I don't care. This isn't a club meant for Saiyans. Go home. I don't want kids around, he says. This specifically seems to tick Goten off, who was particularly serious about this training to be able to save his dad. My dad may be dead by now, Goten says angrily. In another tone, your father is the least of our worries in a war of this magnitude, Beerus says. Anyway, hothead, he continues. As he is, Goku would have died one moment or another anyway. This causes Goten to go absolutely berserk as he begins to transform and charges directly at Beerus, who didn't think Goten would be so crazy enough to just attack him head on. Before Beerus does make his move, however, Trunks steps between them immediately before Goten throws his entire life and pretty much existence away in the blink of an eye, telling him to calm down. Get out of the way, Trunks, Goten says angrily. Beerus, however, is quickly losing his patience with the 2 children, as from behind Trunks we can see his aura growing more and more menacing. All of a sudden, both Goten and Beerus disappear in the blink of an eye, and what we see next is Beerus flying at blazing speed with Goten's face in his hand as he tosses the Saiyan with ruthless force across the planet. Stop balling, he yells, as Goten is sent flying into the planet's moon, being firmly lodged in the side of it.
Goten and
It's
Trunks
not
so
over.
annoying.
Beerus, Goten mumbles as he struggles to get back to his feet. This is when Beerus appears in front of him again, grabbing him by the face and preparing to just erase the boy, but changes his mind at the last second, flicking Goten on the forehead and just knocking him out cold for now. Whis, I am adamant that there will be no more guests on my planet. Go practice somewhere else, he says. To which Whis finally obliges, not wanting Beerus to end up just killing the two boys eventually. Back on planet Calumet in Universe 9, we catch back up to Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien, who don't seem to be having much luck communicating with the inhabitants, as Krillin confirms that it seems they don't speak their language. However, Bergamo and the others could understand them, and this is when out of the crowd, Bergamo, Lavenda, and Basil peer through everyone and seem to take note of their old rivals from the tournament as well. You think they're the ones that made that hole in the sky, Basil says? Next, we return to planet Sadala, as it would seem that, as we would expect, Vegeta has made extremely quick work of these Saiyans who challenged him when he first arrived. All of a sudden, Caulifla shows up wondering why all of her friends are beaten up and piled up in this huge stack, and then she sees Vegeta. What the heck is he doing here, she says, surprised. This is when we finally begin to understand the point of Vegeta showing up here as well now, as far outside of Sadala's atmosphere, as ship approaches very quickly as Jaco announces that they've arrived in Universe 6 finally. And everyone in one piece. In any case, he says to them, as everyone gets their bearings back, on to planet Sadala now, he announces, carrying none other than Chile, Limo, Broly, and Bulma on board. Moments before, in Universe 11, however, a ritual took place that will shake up the course of Dragon Ball Super from this moment forward. Lord Belmont will not lose his destructive powers, Makarita says. However, she continues, he has been a god of destruction for over 3 million years, and the powers of immortality attributed to destructive deities last only as long as their reign. This is when we see Topo fully fitted in the uniform of the god of destruction, as losing Belmont isn't necessarily something he wants, but it's time for him to fulfill his duty now too. Will I die? Belmont asks. Who knows? Anyway, I've already lived a very long time, even for my own species. I haven't told you enough, Belmont continues, but all three of you are great warriors whom I respect. I'm ready, Topo confirms, as the ritual and exchange of power begins. With a single tap of her staff, 2 large statue entities appear as the ritual begins, extracting the divine energy from Belmont and transferring it and its immortality properties over to Topo in an intensely dramatic scene. All of a sudden, something catches all of their attention as well, as another being just crash lands on the other side of the planet, alerting Dispo and Jiren immediately. Dispo takes off at once to see just who has landed on Belmont's planet unannounced, but he's more surprised than anything. Back at the statue, as the ritual concludes, Belmont looks like he's been drained of all light as Topo's new power gleams off of him. With his new power and immortality, Margarita asks Topo how he feels now, to which he replies good. But upon seeing the state that Belmont is in, he rushes over in angst. Lord Belmont, he says, bowing before the corpse of his old master, beating the ground, fighting back tears, as Belmont's lifeless body struggles to sit upright.
Alright, bro.
This
Everyone has a busy day
is
tomorrow.
when 2 beings return to the site of the ritual, however, as Dispo has picked up quite the visitor on his way back. The sight of Belmont stuns Dispo and also Gohan, who seems to want to take his training to the next level here of all places. As Gohan lays eyes on Topo again, however, he senses a steep difference in his aura now as the 2 lock eyes for the first time since the tournament. I'm not sure I understand everything that's going on here, Gohan says, but time is running out. I think you have a lot to offer me, he says, as Chapter 3 of Dragon Ball Kakumi comes to a stunning close with God of Destruction Topo being solidified once and for all. Over on planet Pillar, he is patrolling the lands as nearby, we see someone trailing him in a cloak. As Hit continues down his path, a giant bug begins retreating towards his burrow as Frost begins to succumb to the effects of the extreme heat on this planet. all of a sudden, Hit readies himself to attack. He's about to use one of his assassination techniques, Frost says, but in an instant, Hit now has his hand to his neck. Tell me, Hit begins, do you have any other brilliant ideas for telling a man born to hunt? He asks. Who hired you? Okay, calm down, Frost says, putting his hands up. Nobody hired me. I only work for myself. In fact, I want my revenge, he says, smirking. Back on planet Sadala, it seems that Vegeta and the others have arrived at the palace, but at first glance, he doesn't see much of anything. Look down, Kaba says. It's then that we see a massive utopia of Saiyans roaming a palace with insane infrastructure, reminding me of some ancient Greek civilization or something. Vegeta's eyes begin to glow at the sight of the mighty kingdom built for the mightiest Saiyan, as Kaba asks Sprout, a nearby pilot, to escort them to the king. Caulifla, being asleep this entire time, all of a sudden wakes back up aboard the ship and begins spazzing out again, accusing Vegeta of kidnapping her as Kaba continues to try and hold her back. As the commotion aboard the ship continues, the palace readies itself for visitors, as we later then see the king himself walking the corridors, along with his guards, as a messenger tells him that a strange individual, claiming to be from another universe, requests an audience. Fine, the king replies, as the messenger tells King Sadala the visitors are waiting in the main hall. If that's the case, let us go to them, King Sadala says, as for the first time in Kakumi, we see the king of the Saiyans in all of his glory and royal attire. As the king enters the main hall, the electricity can be felt in the air as he and Vegeta glare at one another for the very first time. The king and the prince, face to face. Let me introduce myself. I am King Sadala, he says as he approaches the group. And what is your name? He says to Vegeta as Vegeta answers. Young traveler, I heard that you came straight from another universe, he says to Vegeta. What is your story? What are you doing in this place, he asks. I have no time to lose with your stories, Vegeta says. I came for... But the king cuts him off mid-sentence, saying that listening to or telling a story is never a waste of time. Is it? He asks, glaring at Vegeta again. After a short pause, Vegeta answers that, in that case, tell me yours. I had never seen a place built in death like this. There is a reason for that, the king tells him, as he says that their people have not always known peace. I don't know how Saiyans are in your universe, he begins, but in this one, we rule through submission and violence. Indeed, I was once an illustrious warrior driven by my thirst for battle and power. We were just a wild race, our only essence being battles. We were losing our minds. Ancestral tales from our planet referred to monkey tales, but it seems that by the simple fact that we did not use this power, we would have lost it over time. The people were divided, so King Sadala of this era proved once again his legitimacy by bringing the whole world together by even interspecies alliances instead of to opponents thanks to this interbreeding. At the beginning, I was just a simpy army general, adhering to the king's ideals and supporting him. But through unparalleled loyalty, I rose through the ranks and was recognized as the right hand to the king. The years passed, and from battlefield to battlefield, I saw my brothers in arms being killed while my loyalty to the king grew stronger. I was used to seeing blood. Let the scar on my face be witness, but this time was one too many. He called himself Gherkin the Bloody, the king goes on, as he remembers a fearsome foe. He was the man who hated the king more than his own demons. Eternal runner-up. The king had beaten him again and again, but to spare this man each time was fatal for him. I couldn't bear it. As we then see a flashback of Gherkin boasting the head of the king in his grasp like a trophy after what I'm sure was a truly epic battle. Night and day I hunted him down, driven by hatred.
Finally, for real.
To my amazement, the king goes on, the relief I coveted by killing Gherkin was ultimately an illusion. Shoving my fist into his stomach didn't fill the void I felt. When I removed it, I saw nothing but the emptiness of an endless tunnel. This shape, which was engraved into my memory, gave its shape to the current Sadala Palace. Since the previous king had not sired any offspring, he says, and because of my hierarchical position, my people unanimously voted for me to succeed him. Even today, I can't look at myself without thinking of all my lost brothers. When I came to power, I vowed to perpetuate the ideals of our former king, to put an end to all these childish wars and reunite our camps. The braid I wear, I make it every morning to remember it and stick to it. A Saiyan who does not stand by his convictions is a usurper, the king says.
Hopefully we get a W, fam. Gotta find all the keys, quick. Oh, we have to find them.
Can you hear me?
Flying Nimbus!
It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots. You found a power key. Go slot it.
Thanks.
Flying Nimbus!
I wonder if he took his A key.
Great. You know what to do with that
I
key.
found it.
You still have more fight in you? You're taking this way too lightly.
Oh, they...
Great. You found another power key. Use it quick. This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. Great. You know what to do with that key. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Well,
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. help them. That's a new power key. Place it now.
Flying Nimbus!
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Flying Nimbus!
Somebody's down! Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now! The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer. The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it?
Get up! I owe you one. Stay calm. Stay calm.
Yo, I'm sick of these fucking two raiders, bro. Holy, bro. I shoot my shoe at the other guy, and the main guy does nothing. I'm getting sick of this game, bro. It's too late. It's too late for you, Super Saiyan.
I'll send some supplies to help.
I've had enough of this. I'm activating Cellmax.
Enough of this foolishness!
Doctor!
Biggest base is by B.
Make good use of them. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Well, good game, guys.
All right. I'll take care of them, but I need you to buy me some time.
I owe you one.
I sent over a super transmitter. Be careful with it. Need to make it easier to deal with.
Stay calm.
I was going for that transfer.
Final flash! They're close.
Watch out for enemies. Somebody's down.
Hey, yo.
Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
I've sent the
Alright, guys, I'm gonna end the stream now.
Use it to get
Gotta go
out
to
of there.
bed.
The escape time machine is back. Whenever you have a beacon, you can call it again.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go to bed now. Got some stuff to do early tomorrow, so I'll stream again tomorrow night, and we'll take it from there. Good luck with your thing, Super Saiyan. Mac, appreciate it for playing. You guys have yourself a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you're new here, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll stream again tomorrow. Good night, guys. Peace. Hold on, bro. Hold it down.